Du-du-du-du. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's a bit behind, but that's fine. Whatever. Oh, can hear you. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I'm doing good. The sound might be, so YouTube is maybe about, I don't know, like 2 minutes behind. Not a ton, but it's a little bit. Hey, thanks for asking. Yeah, much. Much better today. Still a little fever though, but big improvement. Really appreciate you for asking that. That means a lot. Legit, honestly, I mean that. So there'll be a bit of a relaxing session today. I'm going to play some games, but I'm also going to do some development. I'll play some games, wait till some more people come on. What game was I going to play? Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe just do some development. These are some games I was looking at. I'll play a bit of Xenocrisis. Restart. So this game is originally designed. It's designed to be played on a Genesis or a SNES. So they would when you see games today that are like pixel art, like they say like we're a SNES type game or a Genesis type game, but the truth is they aren't, because they keep the so like that bit, like the Xeno Crisis, that probably took like 5% of the game's entire memory. The way so it's 2019, not that long ago, 5-6 years ago. Obviously Genesis finished like 95, so a long time ago, right? So from that 19, so 25 years later, scary to think about how much time's passed. But my point being is, like, this game is a true port, if you want to think, or a true representation. Like games, when you see 16-bit games or whatever today, SNES inspired, they would never run in a SNES because they're too big. The graphics might be SNES inspired. Wait, I forget you can pick. The girl doesn't really make a difference which one you pick. I'll pick the dude just because I'm a dude. I do really am very impressed by the sprites. Huh? Problem I've got here is like the keys for shooting doesn't quite make sense. So that's right, up, right, down. I don't like that at all. So you have to like change your brain to play this game. This is what I was talking about before, like the difficulties of working with. It's very difficult to work with game limitations like this. So you can also notice like this is similar to my game, but I don't think, no, it's not. My game's better actually. I've just realized this because this doesn't have diagonals, which basically makes it 50-60% easier to do. It's still beautiful, right? Like, don't get me wrong, this is a beautiful game. Made by Bitmap Brothers, British devs. They made Chaos Engine and Speedball. They're really hardcore game devs. I'm going to go reach out to them actually, see if they want to help. Actually no, because I still want this game to be solo dev, so maybe not. But I'd still like to just talk to them. Maybe just get some just like friendly advice, because I've just got so much respect for them. They're kind of heroes. They are in the UK. They are a bit like heroes. I know they are in like Brazil and stuff as well. Like they're really well. Oh, I've got to get my roll button. There you go. What's the roll? Oh, this one. So the problem is I have to frequently press the button because I can never, like, so, sorry, I'm not clear about what's going on here, but, like, basically, I'm nearly dead. Basically, like, the shoot directions are not intuitive. So it's not, yeah, okay, I'm done with that. So it does make me feel like I've made such right decisions that the control mechanism for that game and the options for the control inputs, you don't have. It's really hard to explain, right? But like my left A, like WASD keys is for movement, and then the shooting is like Y, U, H, and J, and so you can't have them in like an ASDW configuration, which would have made things a lot easier actually. Um, and you face the way that you're shooting. It's honestly, I feel it's very inefficient, but you know, good on them. Thank you to hear. Oh, that's good. You're a bit louder than usual. Good, I can hear you at fine, just 80% volume. Games like this make me really think I'm amazing. Oh, it really is. It really would have been amazing to play it back in the day. Mind blowing. Very smooth sprites for Mega Drive. Usually back in the 90s. Yeah, when I say Genesis, I mean Mega Drive for anybody in Europe or the UK. And some games had a lot of sprites, a lot of Game Boy Color was a great one, for sure. Video time. Hey, Captain Crappost. We've got just a few on at the moment, so I think we've got like, uh, yeah. I'll wait till we get the numbers a little bit higher. I'll maybe at everyone just in case. I know that's maybe, but I don't want to annoy people too much by doing it, but I guess like people would get angry, not angry, but they'd be disappointed if they weren't told. What ideas do you have for propelling bionic 1 mile long lesser wyvern? Preferably the means of propulsion could be concealed. So propelling a massive animal in space or in atmosphere? I'm not sure about that one. It depends if it's in space or atmosphere. But 1.5 billion ton, you're not really going to propel that well uh, in an atmosphere under gravity. It wouldn't, the pressure waves wouldn't allow it to happen. In space, yeah, for sure. But in space, you could use similar things that you'd propel a ship. Let's see how the votes are coming on. The big red lobster is the best, but yeah. What? Oh, by the way, about the red lobster, right? So like, there's the colors originally. But what I can do is I can just like shift the hue, and then all of a sudden I've got a second enemy, right? So he didn't originally have that. I added that on to the guy, and he said, "Oh, that's really great." The wrong pixels, but I've said to him, "Look, I just did that for 2 seconds. You're going to need to make it a spike or something like that." But it just takes away the grunt feel. Like that is clearly getting closer to a grunt, right? Like that basically looks like a grunt. I'm really surprised by the artist. Like if he can pull this out his hat and then does this, even though I've like sent him pictures of Grunt saying like don't get too close to that, and he just went and did it. Like my original idea was to have like a wee furry animal, but I think for now this lobster one is quite good actually. And then obviously I can what was it I just did before? I'll just do it now again. So I can shift the hue, right? So there you go. That looks pretty good color. Same with that, right? So I could shift the hue and create different enemies. And then obviously I could like touch it myself. But I mean, it's a lot of work to do. Honestly, it's a ton of work to do these sprites. So I'm really glad that I've got him on board. In addition to the other ones I've got going. So yeah, that's a massive one. Um, really is. What else we got here? Games that is very smooth sprites. I think it's good purpose for general tab to announce live streams. Why would somebody be upset? I think it's just some people just don't like the use of. No, a great question, Yujo. Thank you. I think some people just don't like. What's the word I'm looking for? Like they just don't like getting notifications. But I did say to people like that is going to be what's the word? Like it is going to be like that Discord channel is going to be notification heavy. So yeah. Oh yeah, there's a great cat. I should add that. I don't want to add that into the thingy because it's going to be a special picture. But we'll. This one's just she's just brilliant. I just absolutely love this picture. Hira, Liora. I'll let you hear the track I was talking about, but I want to see until we get better numbers. Once we get some better numbers, then I'm gonna. I think it's because more people have gone over to YouTube. Right, okay. So it's weird, like the numbers are tick up and down. But I want to make sure to get like some numbers so that I can share the song and you guys can hear the latest. Um, you think it makes it look worse, but it could be better if I had a purpose like missile launcher drones. Okay, yeah. I'll mention it to the guy. Um, right. So here's this latest song. I'll need to get the latest. 2 seconds. Let me think. I'm gonna do this. I don't want to. Sorry. I don't want to give away my musician's details. I actually think it should be fine. Or does it? I don't know. It's not shortening them. If you give me a second, I'm just gonna quickly hide my screen for a moment. Audio capture. Does that hide my screen? Oh, that shows the video stuff. But then I don't know if you hear that. Like, does that audio come out when that plays? Who knows? Um, main. So I don't even know what is the main image. So that's that one. Audio input capture. That's the audio capture. Chat box. Hmm. I was hoping it'd let me easily. Oh, I can. Okay. Hopefully you guys can see me back again now. Let me just double check. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So giant enemy lobster attack is weaker point for. Yeah. Totally. So. Oh, you can't hear that video. Let me try it again. Tell me. I'm gonna leave the video running, and you tell me if you hear it. That would be really good to know. So if I stop sharing this, start sharing this VL, let me know if that audio starts playing. Okay. Mm, okay. So I want you guys to tell me. Um, please tell me if the video audio starts playing. Oh, slideshow's still over. That's a good. That's a good point. So should it be hidden now? Yeah, it's a hidden now. No audio for credit. Cool. Let's keep me informed because as it changes to the next video, more audio might come. That'll just go through videos, which is really good to share with you guys. You know, different things for you to watch. Okay, we're gonna let you hear the music for this new one. So this is called Knuckle Sandwich. I might need to just download it. Might be easier if I just download this. Sorry, guys. Audio. That's good. I don't want you to hear that video clip because it's just going to play videos as a. Oh, interesting. Hey, did I put that video there? Oh, it must be what's in my Patreon. Okay, we're going to go play this now. I didn't realize it's repeating. I didn't even know if that loop was on. Very metal. Cool, that's good. Very metal. But your fingers are bloody from all the shredding. Yeah, yeah. I told the musician. I said just go crazy with this one. I didn't even give any direction for this one. Will this play in most fights or boss fights? Great question. So this is for a scene I was sort of talking about yesterday before my wee son woke me up. Well, woke up. Basically, like the scene will be the idea I've got is for it's like a battle with Emma. So she's boarded the knuckle sandwich and she's taken hostages and she's about to kill Ashford. Just a reminder for those, Ashford is this character. Characters. Ashford. So she's about to yeah, she's got this guy who is the kind of new captain of the ship, and she's about to, yeah, she's about to off him along with some of his staff, right? Because she's looking for this thing called the shard, right? And you're trying to stall her, and it's like a funny scene where like you're basically she's in what's called like a loading bay in the spaceship. It's like massive, so it's a great place for a good fight, right? A good shootout, and she's got all those our grants assault, like White Claw, and a bunch of other like elite soldiers around her, heavy weapons and stuff. And they're about to do a massacre, and then they're going to take the men away as comfort slaves, right? So, it's pretty grim. And then obviously the women will be taken away as just like uh, fodder and slaves. So they're about to just take everything and leave, and then detonate the ship, and you're on your way, like rushing on your way in like like a Humvee, if you want to think of that, like if Halo, just think like a warthog, and then Tabby shit talks her, which is quite funny. Like everybody's shot, like Tabby actually does a bit of shit talking, and then you blast through the wall, you like crash through the wall, in one side, and then you bail out the Humvee and you just tear into them. That's when the music goes nuts, and then this is specifically for that. So it's called Knuckle Sandwich because the ship is Knuckle Sandwich. The name of the ship is the Knuckle Sandwich, and then so you'll have a big fight out with her, and it's a nice good one. It's a bit later in the game, but it might also be in other scenes as well. But that's well, it will be. It definitely will be. But that's what it's for. Um, I've got a really big song in the works coming up soon. Um, can't wait for it all to come out. Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, it's working really hard to make it happen. Okay, so trying to think what I want to do today because there's just so much to get done. This stuff I'm about to do is a bit boring. It's a bit data terminal stuff. Not really sure if you want to see that. Um, yeah, do you know what? It's going to just be relaxing. I'm just going to chill out and talk to you guys. Anything you want to chat about, I'm here. Um, I've got to catch up on messages. Oh, damn, I need to I didn't realize there was messages here. I'll catch up on this. Sorry, I shouldn't go. I want to go back to the main chat. Here we go. This is what I wanted to get to. So we could just see what's going on in the main chat. I need to put a reminder in. No, thank you, man. Kind of rules. You're an absolute hero. I'm gonna put a reminder in myself in the calendar to reply to DMs. Must reply. I just have too many messages. Like my messages just build up everywhere. Like I've got messages like literally I have hundreds of like different people DMing me on LinkedIn, Facebook, Discord, and like I don't want people to think I'm being rude. I just don't have enough time. I have to like pick and choose. Well, which ones I want to get back to, but at which dates, right? Obviously, I want to get back to everyone. Okay, so this is kind of boring. I'm really sorry. This is going to be a bit boring. This data terminal. I just nah, nah. You're not. I'm going to do this not on stream because it's too boring. You're not going to learn that much from it. I mean, I'll show you like an example, right? So, this is an existing one. So this terminal here, and you've got this boot text stuff. Actually, I could probably use some of that, but it's basically this is the date. This is how much code just for that data terminal that you see. The one that makes a joke about like you won't be held responsible. If you're out without a buddy, it's a lot of code. This one's actually does the save management and stuff as well. Let's do something a bit more interesting then. Okay, let's do a Daria scene. That's fine. I'll just finish this bit off. Then self.trapped. Okay, that's done. So let's see. We could do a Daria scene. We could just try to think what might be worthwhile doing. Yeah, maybe do a Daria scene. But I want to take some time as well to answer your questions. Boos from the crowd. Message drone attacks. Boos from the crowd. What's that for though? Um, NSFW honest reaction live stream. I'm not sure I can share NSFW on the streams, but I will definitely share them. Do they have Yorkshire tea in the fleet? Well, do you know what? I just had a Yorkshire tea just now, actually. Just had a good one. Um, but yeah, we do need like I've got some NSF content, and remember, like this is SFW game, but right after the game, 3 months later, will be a full-on max loot NSFW version, and it's going to be unhinged. Um, I wish I could like comments. I wonder. Oh, I've got a fell. I think I've got a fell one. Do I have a fell one? Ah, it's no, it's in the other channel. But yeah, for sure, guys, for sure. Um, okay, like you see my tangents. True, true. I've got a ton of tangents, and that's just me. I did see. The problem with the data terminal thing is it's tedious, and it's like you're just displaying text, and I kind of want to do it. I do need to do it to progress, but it's better. Like you need to think really deeply because it's like displaying text and flicking through text and stuff. I mean, if you really want to do it, I can do it and just do it now. But you would just see me coding. I wouldn't be talking as much and it'd be a bit more boring. Um, so we've got this Daria showcase that I was gonna be working on. Like I'd got like I'd been working on this idea of you know flicking between characters. So it's like a new mechanism, and I did it on a stream a couple of days ago, and I was able to get it working. I'll just show you, but I'll need to think of a plot properly. So that kind of worked fine, but the problem is there's still a very tiny fade, but that's fine. It allows me to, I should be able to switch back between them. So let me just double check. So I've got that code which it worked. It just allows me to switch between the two characters. What I want to do then, if I'm doing Daria Showcase, I want to do like a force field over her. So there is, I'll show you a use of AI, right? This is actually going to be a really good use of AI. And I'll show you what I mean by this. Because you can't, like, I can't use AI in the game, right? Simply because the game's too big. The like AI doesn't stand a chance. Like doesn't stand a snowball's chance in even understanding the extent of my code. It's far too big. Like the context window, max context window for the best AI out there, like Claude and ChatGPT, it's like what 100K. It's not enough for mine. It wouldn't cover it. Like, and I'm not going to be copying and pasting the entire thing. It just take too long. So, but what you can do, and this is what, top guys like this guy here, right? Jonathan Blow. So he's considered like the most elitist uh, dick when it comes to developer. Like he fucking hates AI, right? He fires his staff, but yet the one thing he does allow his staff is AI for concepting, right? So I disagree with him on a few things, but I do agree that AI for concepting is a good approach. So what I want to do is pull up the Daria. I thought I fucking had it up ready to go. If not, I just have to find it. It's just annoying. This is Daria Jason. No. Right, that's annoying. Okay, but we're going to do some concepting, and what I mean by that is I want to draw a force field, like as if Daria is locked behind a force field. So, and I'll show you why this is really good to do it in with AI. Just because it's quicker, it saves me time having to. You'll see in a minute. But then obviously I have to implement it, right? And it fucking sucks balls at implementation. So again, it's like I don't know. Like, let me know if any of you have actually worked with AI in coding, because you'll understand the problems that it has. But I want to just make sure I've got my backgrounds right. So uh, okay, so I need to put each one in here, but that's fine. I can do that in a minute. Right, so I've got the code ready. So let's do some concepting. I'll show you what concepting looks like, right? So I want, like, imagine like Daria to be behind like a force field that's like humming because she's kind of locked up. Right, so cd code test pygame mkdir Daria. Right, so you go to, I've got a bunch of AIs, and I've got loads of AIs. We're not going to use my ones, we're going to use the Claude ones. I'll explain those reasons later. So I'm going to try a bunch of different ones. Claude's probably the best, so I'm going to say in Pygame, give me some code that draws a resonating force red, crimson red force field. In the game, a character will be trapped behind it. So, in Pygame, so please give me the boiler code. So, including the main WH5850, and then I want to just say a bit more. Make use of layers, surface transparencies, and put effort in making it look good. The field should be tall, so covers 80% height and about 50% width. Let's see how that goes. Go on. Let's see what you can do. I'm going to tell you right now, I can look at the code as it's writing it and I'll know if it's good or not. So is it using a particle effect? Yeah, okay, it's using a particle effect, that's good. It's going to be pretty basic though. Let me see, is it character, draw head? Okay, fine. It's making up a character. I didn't need to do that, but whatever. So that means, and again, like these AIs, they really fuck up time and things like that, but let's give it a try. Touch, test up UI, sublime, test. This just saves a ton of like just it's honestly it's lit. Hey, but it's not over the character, right? So unless, can you move the character? Nope, right. That's not a bad start, but it's still pretty shit. Okay, so uh, character isn't behind the field. Field is okay, but could do with a lot of improvement. Edges should be subtle. Have a kind of scanline resonance effect. Let me give it a go. First version is, yeah, exactly, that's right. And then there's front and fade to black scenes. Yeah, there'll be more stuff as well. Like I'll be really suggestive as well. Um, I've got a ton of different ideas how I can express that. So, um, oh, this must have been. I'm just looking at a video that's playing now. Wow, interesting. I don't even remember doing that one. Yeah, whatever. Just still chugging away. AI fanfic when. I've got a bunch of AIs that are like working for me that are not like they're not LLMs, they're ones that are built fully 100% ground up from me. Very different from AIs that you see out in the wild. Yeah, NSFW will be a different. It will be a different. It'll be downloadable. It'll be like an expansion. So you'll buy it, and it's effectively full game. I'm not going to say you don't need to have the first game. It's just like it is the game, but with like loads of bells and whistles on it. Come on, come on, come on. Slow, 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 slow. Come on, my thing. Marking edits. I don't need to mark edits. Just give me the code. Oh, right. This is a problem. Fuck. Right, there's a new bug, but let's give this a try. See, it's made 7 edits without me prompting it. It tries to run it locally, but it can't because it doesn't have. That's okay. That's better. But the wee guy's still he's still not in the right place. But you know what that is? That's kind of better, maybe. Uh, yeah. Let's move the wee guy and let's see. Draw character, head radius. Character X. Hmm. You just put define character, it just defines it here. Force field X is width. So it should just be fucking, honestly, idiots, man. Just be here, and then I'll just see. This is the problem. AI code is still schlop. I'm going to be really honest, but it's fast, right? It's like fast food. So I'll just give put plus like half 0.4 times this. Let's see it now. Yeah, I moved them into behind it. Okay, that looks okay. The problem is if I put it over Daria, then it's gonna uh, it's not gonna be great because it's gonna totally like obscure like how she looks. I have a field that I used in my Explorer, but it's been so long since I've checked this. I'm gonna just check the YouTube video instead of actually going at the code. So if I go to McMurtry, find my code. Look for the one I did with Rixalia. That must have been a while ago now. I don't know. There we go. Yeah, no, that field's far too. Okay. That's a great, she's got great black. This whole scene here is really exciting. Okay, I'm not going to worry about the force field just now, unless I just do it myself. Let me think. Should I just do it myself? Red, resonating, could use surface, transparency. Yeah, again, it's going to be a bit boring doing that. Um, yeah, I mean, okay, so concept is not too bad. So I'm just gonna say, I'm gonna go again and ask it from the beginning. Just start over. Have the field use scan lines. You don't need to draw the character. Have the field use effect. Overall, the field should be fairly transparent about. Ugh, just leave it like that, see what it does. And yeah, so the Daria code, so I'm kind of happy with that. While that's kicking off, I'll think about the Daria code. Oh, I've got another thing as well, which is the composer. So I can come cd code test cd pygame cd composer. So this is where I've got the Daria plot. Like I haven't really even thought about the Daria plot file yet. So Python composer. I kind of really need to think it through. Like, so this is just like using the CLI approach to do the composer is a lot easier than doing in. I've got a GUI version as well, like in game, but and it'll be for people who want to do the builder, but like the GUI is just faster, to be honest. Right, let me while I'm doing that. Right, okay, never mind. Let's give it a go. Hey, that's weird. It's kind of cool. Um, but a little bit like the wave ripple. I can fix that though. That's interesting. It's weird. It's no, it's not gonna work though. Like I'm gonna have to. I'm just gonna have to do it myself. I don't want to spend ages prompting an AI to get it right. So we're just gonna leave it. But that was a kind of funky thing. So we're gonna leave it for now, and I'll just do that later. Right. Yeah, I'm kind of tired as well, eh? So like, I'll probably just play some games. Yeah, I've been doing too much coding recently, and drawing and stuff. I pay extra for full on NSFW. Yeah, well, like I say, it's gonna be what will happen is there'll be the like what's the word I'm looking for? There'll be the full NSFW expansion. So it's the entire game, but just like with an NSFW slant. So it starts off with Amu giving you a BJ. I'd like to show you, but I just don't want to get like in trouble on the stream because YouTube and that could pull it. But like, yeah, she's like apologizing for like the nightmare she's giving you. So like that's it's a pretty crazy start. Um, but yeah, I mean, if you've already bought the game, I think I'll give discounts because I don't want people to just pay again unless you want to support it. But the NSFW is definitely going to be fun, and quite easy to do once the game's done. It's just adding a lot more art and scenes and things. Okay, so I guess I need to think of a plot, like to extend Darius' plot. So what have we got? We've got here. Hello, Brian. Can I shake your hand? How do you know? Lucky guess. What can I do today? Fine, well, and that's it. Okay, but oh, because I didn't add, I've just done it manually. Right, just to quit. Just open the file. I wanna cut back to her. So I want to. So there's Vesper. We'll cut back to Daria. I'm just testing this out, so I just want to see if it works. Okay, so area code. I need to bring it closer here. Okay, so here, what I should do is I should just say in the code. So I switch to Veth here and I do this whole run thing. So instead, what I should just say is I should just say if, let's do this first change, make sure this works. So I'm going to say if the character name, so I need to say if, instead of seen, put some music on or something, I guess. Let me think how I'm going to do this. I will give this a spin, but I'll check the chat first. See what people are saying. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's just I always have like track lists that I kind of keep me a little bit calm and keep my mind, in place as I'm developing something that doesn't interfere with my mind processes too much when writing. Oh, thank you. Oh, which part? Oh, the NSFW idea. Yeah, that's for sure. I've got like a concept NSFWR. Again, I just unfortunately can't share it here. Ping me and I'll share it with you. Yeah, there's tons on Discord and Patreon and stuff. Yeah, for sure. So let's give this a try. But let me go put the charge my computer on charge because I think the battery's running out. I've got the charger here. Let me go plug it in. Oh, he plugs it in and it's not turned on. Right, let's go. So I'll disable the video just so you can see actually no I won't, I'll just bring it up here, but just move it away a bit. There we go, just move it out of the way a bit just so you can see if it works. Oh, I know that's Crash Bandicoot anywhere. Okay, what didn't it like? It didn't like indentation. Typical Python issue. Oh, because I've just got that here, yeah, that's fine. It's old placeholder. So yeah, yeah, kind of tired day for me today, but that's life. I'm really glad I got this new artist. I'll talk to you guys about that in a minute. It's a really big one. Jason Filer. I'm probably missing a comma at the end. There you go. It's got a comma at the end. Sorry, not missing. It's got an extra comma. Always the same case. I need to think of some dialogue between them. Vess probably won't be there. It'll be Daria and maybe the reporter, Lysandra. Okay, so that works. So that's loaded up fine. How do you know my name? Blah, blah, blah. Now, it should switch over to Vess. Right. Daria showcase has no current character 1. That's a typo, by the way. Yeah, there you go. Just a typo. So what should happen is, what I've done is last time on the stream, it took me a while to get it to allow it to switch over to another character and change the background. What will happen in the next one is we won't have it switch over, but we'll have the camera pan on the same background, so it looks like they're in the same place. So this one just looks like to try and, you know, not to flog a dead horse here, but I did this before. But like, if you imagine, you know, we just go get background, right? So let's just go pick scenes. We'll pick a Pharaoh one, right? We'll go for Vex, right? Even that can't be bothered. I'm trying to think of like it's a good got a good wide one. Well, we'll just go with the Daria one we're looking at right now. So if we take the Daria background, right? You could imagine if I try to add let's just say Daria, right? Just for we'll add our medium sprite. On top of here, right? So she takes the full picture, which is fair. But what you'd want to do is you'd want to have like an additional space for the next character, right? So we'll have whoever's going to be beside. I've done Vess for the moment, but we'll just pick another one just for example. Florimel, right? She just happened to be there. So I clicked on medium, smile. And remember the Sicarii are bigger than them anyway. So Florimel might be a bit bigger. So put Florimel here, right? Now, what you'd want to do is double that roughly by linear, that'll be fine. So they don't have to exactly be, it doesn't have to be 200% obviously, but you want it to be like, the picture needs to be bigger, like the background needs to be bigger, right? And remember the camera is exactly this big, right? So, and also the background, you know, you can shift it, right? So I could like, I can shift it so it's like there and then shift the characters along a bit like that. So maybe that is not as much off center, but I need to just bear in mind the camera. So it is tricky. Hey, why did that happen? I might have a playlist. Is that right? That can be right. Play music. Okay. Whatever. Anyway, so what my point I want to try and get here is, I'm just sorry, I just have to do this just because it's like that. So the camera takes into her into focus, right? And then what what would be cool is instead of like snapping the Florimel, right? And like we're gonna do, we'll want the camera to move over to Florimel, she talks, and then move back to Daria like that. And so it moves between the two of them, so it feels like you're really there. So I'll do the movement camera if they're both beside each other, and then I'll do what I've got here that I'm just testing out here, but this will be for snapping between characters that are either like what you'll see, like one is behind you and one's in front of you, that would work. Or if let's say one character's on another ship and you're like talking through a video feed. But I'm still testing this code out, so okay, that worked. Great. Great, that worked. That's a surprise it worked so fast. So now if it goes back to Daria, let's see if it goes back to Daria. It doesn't. Ah, we got close though. So why didn't it go back? Folded. Interesting. Do I have a folded in here? Comment, reaction, smile. Oh, that might just be because she doesn't have that. I just not folded. I'll just leave that for now. That's just maybe just I don't have that expression explicitly named, but I do have it. I'm pretty sure I've got that expression. So let's try again. But I think this is all working. We'll see. But so if basically what I've done for those who aren't sure is I've successfully generalized the idea of uh, you know, camera moving between two characters. So generalizing is really important because it means that I can just add any two characters I want. So let's see if it goes. Boom. Okay, great, that worked. But there's still that fade that happened. And I think the fade happens because each time, let's just go back to this novel runner. So that worked. That's really good. So that's a big win. Something that I gave myself. I actually gave myself a week to do this, and so given it only took me like not even half a day to do it, and I've sort of done, this is done now. So there's still, you know, of the week time that I allocated is still the camera panning, but I don't expect that to be much harder. So I think what happened is when this switches to chat, let's see if it's changed. Background. Oh. Okay, this is not needed. Just better make sure I don't have that in the file. Yeah, it doesn't do. Okay, fine. So when this does it, it updates the parent references. And then what does it do? So why is the fade kicking in? I need to go to Novel Runner and just have a quick look at this. Uh, fade BG int state. So that for some reason is re-fading each time. So I'll figure it out because it's something that's tripping the code to kind of fill it into starting again, like it's like a new scene. And I'd just rather not do that. I'd just rather not even attempt to do that. Change background. If the current tap the comments keys, if the key, if update, oh, that's just update background. Just ignore that. Oh, 56 hits. Fucking hell, that's gonna be a big one. Self background key equals this. So far, nothing there. If the background key equals none, blah, fine. Else, if it's in here, oh yeah, I don't have background key list. So I'm back to where I was. So that is fade out equals true. Why is it fading in though? It's not a biggie. It's something I can totally sort out later, but it's just annoying. Like this is the bit where it fades in. If I just comment that out, it shouldn't fade in at all now. So we'll just validate that. And then I could maybe work on the camera panning just now actually, show you how it's done. And generalize both of it. Fading's not defined. Oh, yeah, because I've commented that out. Great. If fading self skip fading equals false. Why have we got skip fading? Interesting. That's still gonna do it though. So I'm still gonna just. It's just one single method which overlays the screen with like a black with a varying transparency, and the transparency gets more transparent. Okay, that's fine. So let's just double check. Yeah, so it's instant. Okay, that's fine. That's kind of what we want it to be. So for some reason, when I update the picture, the state shouldn't change. Increment self fade ink skip is based upon skip fade in equals true. Am I updating the state here somewhere? Maybe? No. there should be a place where I can just tell it to fuck off. I know I definitely wrote that into the code. Right, for some reason, somewhere it's thinking skip fade in. I'm just going to set skip fade in to true, see if that works. I think that might be the technical fuck off bit that I was talking about. Self.novelrunner.skip fade in equals true. Give that a go. If it doesn't work, it's no biggie, you can work out later. It's not like it's not the end of the day, but I just rather not have it because it's gonna the idea is it's meant to be a snap between characters. But this is all just testing, right? This isn't okay, that worked. Okay, that great, that totally worked. So just check. That worked perfect. And we snapped between backgrounds. The scroll was glorious. Now we're cooking. Okay, so now, yeah, now the next step is to work on a scrolling mechanism instead of that. So so we've done this now. This is great. I'll need to like steps. So this one medium switch characters and switch backgrounds up at complete. So that one's done. So this one is the hard one, the pan between. There was another option which we said it was too easy and too stupid, so we got rid of it. So this is done. So there'll be work to do. Will be now it's generalized. Is integrate generalized. Or I could just leave it a method. It's fine. Okay, so now is to do the scroll one, right? So before, like, this is where you see some of the magic of code, and before you even begin to start coding, you do pseudocode, right? So pseudocode is where you talk it through. So how am I going to do it? So the first thing I need to do is the background image should be huge, right? Double the size, basically. Just keep it easy for now, double the size. Then what happens is the y, the BGY value needs to be offset. So if it's double the size, you shift it up by, let me get this right. I don't think you shift it up by half of its width size. Or maybe you do, or just, we can try it. Offset minus 0.5 times bg.get width, whatever, blah, right? So that's fine. And then x value stays at 0. So that's fine. So this is like, so this is how like you would like initialize for the first character on the left. So we're going to assume the camera starts with the first character on the left for now, right? We can change that later. And so this is how you would do it. So this is how, this is specifics. Now, let's say we want to pan to the right. So when the current name, self.current name doesn't equal name in the JSON file, then it's time to switch. And we use, if I remember correctly, so in other examples, like if I'll show you a bit of, camera panning. So if I go to mode and show you the Cynthia showcase, just for an example, this is some camera panning. So I'll show you that while I'm thinking about the camera panning, because I use a camera there So we'd have to render using a method, maybe? Let me think.
Ah, it's nice to finally meet you.
That's a bit slow. I need to speed up that.
Oh,
There's a few glitches here, but generally that camera works pretty well.
I wasn't sure if you'd come alone or with the delegation.
Yeah, so you see it's loading everything, so I need to fix that.
Ah, you must be Straker. Am I pronouncing
So did
that
you notice
correctly?
this? This is what I was talking about yesterday, like how she put her hand up, she waved. Normally visual novels would, even that's like massive for them. Wow, we've got a character waving. But she continued talking. So like she waved for a bit and then she carried on moving her lips and talking. So that's like pretty technical code. You see she's folding her arms, she's wagging her tail, you've got Blossom falling in the background. There's a ton of stuff happening here. I can hide this as well. So later when we get like you want a nice close up of a boob, you'll see that. So
Oh, thank you. I'm
like there's
still
a ton
relying
of
on the
nuance,
translator a lot.
right? Like that people maybe don't realize. Like when they see visual novel games, if you compare this to like a standard visual novel game, again, I do apologize for being a bit arrogant, but the
My
difference is
name is
stellar.
Cynthia Alexia Novara, but please, just call me Cynthia.
So so like I do feel a little bit. This is running a bit slow. I feel like this might be running twice because it's slower than the other ones, but it doesn't matter. Like overall, this is really nice. I'm really happy with this. Um,
Close. It's
but you
actually
see,
a
like the camera's zoomed in
transliteration.
here. Like
That
this
means
is
we find the closest sounds to
special camera
English.
tricks that I use. Um, data logs popped up here. Yeah, that is slower. That, I can see this is slower. That's normally much faster. Why is it slower?
I can't believe I'm talking to the hero that pushed back the drone fleet.
It's gonna annoy me now. Why is that slower? Is it because we're rendering a big image? It could be because I'm rendering a big image in the background. Maybe. No, I don't think so. Something's going, but it's okay. It's not a big deal. Like you like most punters will notice. I just noticed because it's a lot more faster and responsive. It's not everything. It's just the Blossom's a bit slow. Um, her expressions are fine. So there's just some. I think there's some optimization stuff going on that I'm missing. Not missing, just it'll be some simple oversight. Let's have a look. Oh, and this is another thing. Like, see, like this will fade away to like you see, like usually the boobs, right? While you're making a decision, right? So it's not always intrusive.
Well, you are an inspiration to us all. Even the Drakons speak highly of you. Straker,
So you see the
before we
camera
talk any further,
snapped in
I
there
have
again.
to make it clear I can't approve or commit to anything on behalf of my government alone. Is that okay?
Yeah, always butter them up, right?
Oh, um,
That's my
complimented by
motto
the
anyway.
great Straker. No, I'm just a bit shy. Drakons and Deratonian males are more reserved.
So those who read my books will notice that
Want to come
Deratonians
grab a
are in
cup of
the
Bakacha?
first book.
Ah, yes. Our Drakons are master chemsynths. It'll be suited to your biology.
I'll preload all this stuff in the
Okay,
future.
Straker. This is a better format for us to talk more openly. The Dracons, you know,
I
the
don't know,
other
do you want me to
race on
continue with
this
this, guys?
planet, well, they have a complex relationship
Let me
with
check.
us.
Love that voicing. Now we're cooking. Yay, made one. NSFW teasers, Discord. Are you enjoying it? Okay, yeah, let's keep going then. I've still got more images and stuff to add, but yeah, okay, let's keep going. I like this. I like the quality of this visual. I don't like visual novels very much. This quality. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I mean, I honestly feel like this is like if you ranked every visual novel out there in terms of quality or like capability, I would say mine's is like I don't know, like it's eight top 80% maybe.
Sorry. I didn't mean for this to come across as cloak and dagger. It's not like they're spying on us. Well, not that I'm aware of.
Just to bear in mind, guys, this isn't complete yet, but you'll get to see some cool stuff.
Just, we don't quite see eye to eye on everything. Sorry. I got too far deep into politics already. How about we get to know each other a little more first?
And also bear
They
in mind,
did
like, this is
say you'd
like
be laid
RTS,
back. Thank
RPG,
you.
visual novel. Like,
Maybe
I'm
you can tell
really
me a little more about
pulling my
yourself.
last few
What
hairs
is
out
your
over this
whole
game.
world like?
What's your homeworld like? Yeah, this is a funny one, but I'm gonna give her the like the party line, I guess. I'll take.
Oh, wow. Your people sound so complex, yet varied. It sounds like you are free-natured and free-spirited. I have to admit, I'm quite jealous. It sounds like you have so much autonomy. What about you? How did you become such a strong leader? Were you born into high nobility? What? You're kidding. That's human humor, right?
So you just told her that you work a minimum wage job.
That fits many of your heroes, like Joan of Arc and Miyamoto Musashi. They both started poor. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to pass any form of judgment.
You know, Liv really smashes it on this.
Anyway, our society is deeply rooted in family traditions, where trades are often passed down through generations. A warrior's daughter is likely to follow in their footsteps. What would you like to ask of
You
me,
notice the camera's
Stalker?
zoomed in there nicely. Have a nice look. I just love the nuances, like her blinking, her moving of her tail, just general expressions. I'm really, really happy with all of this. Why your venom sack so big?
I didn't have much of a choice. Given the restricted nature of our society and planet, we don't change much. My mom and dad were diplomats. Their parents, politicians. I wanted to learn more about nature, maybe even do science. But because my sister got to follow her dream in Cargillon, I had to pick up the expectations of my parents. Maybe?
And here's the question from the trailer. Why your venom sack so big?
Venom? Venom sacs? We don't have any anymore. Well, they're very minor lumps on the roof of our mouth. Really? No. I can assure you they aren't that different than your human females. Thanks for noticing, though. Don't take this the wrong way,
I like camera
student.
just
Our people
popped
have
out
been
there.
isolated for
You
a
won't even
long
notice it as you're
time.
playing it, but it does.
Whilst many of us are curious about humans, we aren't obsessed like the Sakari are. We have a lot of traditionalists here. It's not a given that every girl will find you humans attractive or even palatable to the eye. Straker, I think it's time to tell you more about our people. This is part of my job, so you understand the political landscape. Thank you for being so patient. You might not see many Drakons at the summit. Whilst we have peaceful relations, we tend not to enter each other's territory much. The Drakons have asked us to spearhead and direct negotiations in the best interest of all the people in this system. So, how to broach this?
Here it comes. She's already shit talked you so far, right? Saying like, not all of them are gonna find you hot like the Sakari, right? Like they're basically saying, look, we're not, we're our own people. And now she's about to shit talk you a bit more, but not from her point of view though.
The Drakons don't really take you seriously. They don't consider you as equals or allies worth their time. Please, don't take offense. Allow me to quote their higher Delgado. The recent calamities saw a number of
There'll be a
localized
picture behind us of the
events.
Delgado.
First, our world, hidden for millions of years, was discovered by the drone fleet. Second, a primitive Tier 1 species led by an even lower race
That's you.
managed by sheer fluke to see off the enemy's scouting party. We should take advantage of this and reconceal ourselves as soon as the outsiders have gone. Straker, they think you got lucky. You see, they are a Tier 3 species. If it wasn't for the external threats and resource constraints of this star system, they wouldn't even be here. In fact, they've strongly encouraged us to persuade you to leave our system as soon as possible.
Oh, are you guys? Oh yeah, that's fine. I was just making sure that wasn't overlaying.
They blame you. They think your presence here draws more attention. I'm sorry they are stuck in their ways. They think that the Dark Worlders don't know their secret. I think it's time for some context. Let me start from the beginning. There are two sentient species on this planet, the Drakons
And there'll be a
and the
picture of that too.
Deratonians. The Drakons predate us in terms of civilization. Their technology level is far beyond humanity or the Sakari. They live in habitats high above us in the sky. Some live in orbit, or even deeper into the star system. Many of them even live out of phase,
I need to fix that.
or in different time streams altogether.
Fixed.
Even after all these years together, their technology is magic to us. That was until their cloaking of this planet failed to fool the Dark Worlders. Don't be. The drone fleet would have found us eventually. You at least gave us some hope. Anyway, in the beginning, Deratonians developed and spread all over the face of the planet. The Dracons didn't hold any objections.
By the
For
way,
a
if you
large
hold on, you're
period,
going to get a
we
big
simply
bombshell.
didn't interact. In fact, most of us only knew of the Dracons and legends. But as my species became more advanced, we were able to detect and pinpoint Dracon technology and identify their phenomena in the skies above us. This roused them into action. Quickly, they made us aware of their presence. They made it clear to our people what they would accept and wouldn't accept, essentially setting the boundaries of our interactions. They didn't have to. Right from the beginning, it was clear who was in charge. Any resistance would have been crushed. Maybe they already did that. I don't know. That said, it was a long, long time ago. They claim they are protecting us. That if we were to venture beyond our solar system, the drone fleet would find us, and then come back to the source and wipe out this world.
Yeah, this is all new content, guys. Sorry, this is like all mega new content. So snake people are Japanese-ish. Yeah, basically. Do you know, I think they're more like lizard. She's more
The
like a lizard,
Dracons
but
have held
lizards
this
and snakes,
policy
basically
of
same thing anyway.
mutual protection. We, and by we I mean both of our species, hide in a remote part of the galaxy, shielded by stealth, and have ignored the plight of others for millions of years. As such, both of our peoples have not changed much. We've ossified as a civilization. Anyway, let me summarize the whole thing by quoting an infamous leaked memorandum. The Dracons hold up the sky, whilst the Deratonians slither on the ground. They of course downplayed it as a mistake from a junior politician, but we all knew it's how they really felt. Sadly, yes, it's all we've known. Over the many years, those who complained quickly changed their minds or vanished. As such, our warrior clans fight with each other instead of looking up and Straker. This
Sorry, I
brings
skipped
me
that
to
bit.
my point. I want to claim asylum.
Okay, there's your bombshell, the first bombshell. There's a bunch of this, but there's the first one. Just keep an eye on the chat. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, fine. We'll carry on. Sorry, what?
Well, specifically, my people. They've had enough. We would ask you to consider accepting some of our people. I've studied your history. I know that many of your great nations have, on principle, extended a hand of friendship to people in need.
Shit's getting
I
real
know
now,
you
eh?
have a great fleet in orbit, with many ships that can take on many more people.
It's not just like boom boom and like kiss kiss, right? It's politics. Real shit as well.
Straker, I'm a diplomat. I won't try to bat my eyelids at you. Rather, I am authorized by my government to make the following pledge. Your planet was ravaged by the entropic storm. Also, it appears you are struggling to recruit more human and Sakari enlistees. It's my understanding recruitment is down drastically with both of your species. Sakari are worried about the last of their people, and humanity in shock at your recent defeat and unsustainable losses. of the biggest houses and clans in the Deratonian Confederation have pledged to boost your numbers with as much as 500,000 battle-hardened combatants ready to go. They have already begun training with human replicas and learning your tactics. You could deploy them in the field within a matter of months, not years. Also, we are hardy people. We could help Earth rebuild. My people can work in climates more harsh than Antarctica or the Sahara. Additionally, we understand that even with your aging population, our presence would drive prices up, not down, because the amount of available work would decrease. We can help augment this with resource donations. We have rare minerals and materials your people are not even aware of yet. Additionally, we can help kickstart your expansion into the solar system, making what was unviable viable, especially in the asteroid belt, adding more jobs to the market. I'll be honest, Straker. I've been working hard on this ever since we became aware of your presence. Culturally, we are most similar to your feudal Japan, but we maintain a modern, Western approach to ethics and morality. We believe your people could relate to us, and we would work hard to fit in. Indeed, but I speak only in terms of rituals and religions. Like Shinto, we believe in the spirits of nature. Straker, this may come as a surprise, but there are already several humans in romantic relationships with Deratonians. 5 months is a long time. In fact, a priestess shrine attendant is already pregnant to a human male.
There's like bombshell number 4 now, I think.
The Dracons, while distant, do have many similar beliefs and values. She sought the aid of their progenicist, and via the right tributes, they made it happen.
So basically, right, that Deratonian chick that got knocked up by the dude, she went to a Dracan, who they're tier 3, right? Like their tech is thousands of years up beyond us. So it was a piece of cake for them to make her wish happen. She just needed to give some tributes.
Straker, whether you like it or not, our peoples have already begun to bind and interweave. The Dracons can be stuck up, but they aren't possessive, if that makes sense. Well, that brings me to the ask. We have already consulted them. They said they'd only consider our requests to immigrate if you went and participated in the triad.
So I'm going to wrap it up there, but you guys get the idea, right? So like I'm going to give you like a little recap of basically, what just happened, right? So there's a ton of stuff that happened. So basically, Cynthia, what she's saying is that they're feeling oppressed by the Drakans, even though Drakans aren't like possessive and controlling. They just feel like they're lacking freedom, right? And they want to break out. And to do that, they see you as being like their ticket out of there. Now, not all of the Deratonians want to go, but a lot of them do because they're kind of just sick, fed up. Um, they're like the Japanese in the sense that and also so the dragons, like, because they're stuck in that solar system, right? Even if you're tier 3, like, they basically harvested the solar system dry. They can't leave because they know that the drone fleet would get them, and so they've kind of been stuck in this symbiosis where the dragons are like godlike with their tier 3, but they just live in sky habitats, like in space, um, and leave the Deratonians, like they said, like their Delgado said, to sliver on the ground, right? Like it's pretty shocking, like attitude they have towards the Deratonians. Not all of them, like it's not all like that. You'll meet Drakans as well, and so this is much later in the game. So this is like after like this happens after you've had the battle, with the Merlixians to save the Merlixians. After you've met Morgan, you've had a bunch of battles with Eva. You've Earth's gone through more battles beyond just the drone fleet, but actually fought with the Foundation of Man, with Eva. You've been out there fighting against the with the Merlixians, the Sicari. You've managed to help Rysark out. You've met the Ketheri. You've already met the Ketheri at this part. You're beyond that. This is like beyond 2/3 of the way into the game, and you've finally had your devastating losses, right? So you've lost certain battles and campaigns, and not only just against the drone fleet. And so when you finally come to get them, they've realized like the things that they can offer us is like manpower. And so, because the Sicari and the humans, there's a part in the game I hope to add where like they try to do a draft, like they actually try to do a draft in the Sicari fleet and also on Earth, and the Sicari and the human civies kind of band up to basically stick their fingers up and say, get fucked. But a bunch of them get drafted anyway. And so there's like a scene where like, well, actually I won't give that away. But my point being is the Deratonians are able to offer you people. So she's like she said in the beginning when she was outside, she said like I'm not authorized to do anything. I'm part of my government. But the minute that she got into the hut, she's like, okay, I am authorized to make us a request for asylum, and here's a bunch of stuff, and we've got rare minerals we can give you. And so there's obviously the other twist, which is that they can get pregnant, but that relies on the Drakans. And so you're kind of thinking, well, maybe the Drakans don't want rid of them, but actually, the Drakans kind of do. And they're like, look, if you can just go with the humans, then fuck off. But this is how it kind of ends. Like the ending is like you now are going to get summoned, so you'll be pulled up into like the sky cities. Well, not really sky cities. That it's not Avatar, right? They have like orbital habitats, and there some of them are like out of phase. Like again, they're really really advanced, um, but stagnated. So you're gonna go there and into like their court of law, and you're gonna have to like battle legal terms, and you're gonna have to do some research and do your best to basically get them to sign off on taking Cynthia and a large chunk of her people with you. After this, surprise, surprise, you're gonna win. You're gonna get their approval, and then so at that point later on, your like available military like massively expands. You get tech boosts from the Drakans, and you get ground troops from the Deratonians. So it's all great. It's all good stuff. So read some of this. So we're rooting for you. Looks good. Oh man, awesome. Love it. Love it. Thank you. Looking good. Why won't let me scroll up? Come on, let me scroll up here, please. I think I have to zoom out. Which is annoying because zooming out, I can't read them. More snake, the scrolls glorious. Adam, hope you're doing well. Hey, warrior. Great to see you, man. Maybe a quick scroll with some blur. Blur, that's a nice idea. I'll think about blur. Let me just put it down. I need to think about that. If it's that's a good idea actually. Let me write it down. So what I need to do is, and I'll come back to, as I come back to this, I'll just finish off this. Well, that's good. We're rooting for you. Snakes. I think it's the new content. Oh yeah, this is the original Reds People Conspiracy. Scaly brother in arms. If it was just her and a few others, she'd be welcome. But if it's millions, I need to talk to Sakai and figure out logistics. Exactly. You need to talk about logistics. Oh, and she makes a lot of points. Basically, first class. So like they're like you've got a ton of like empty ships, right? Let us, some of our people come along. A golden cage is still a cage in the end. Yeah, oh, so true, so true. So true about the golden cage. Let's go. Oh, can I? Oh, wrong one. And then here, just catch ups in the comments here. Nice one. Now we're cooking. Love the voice. I'm enjoying it. Butter them up lately, of course, metaphorically. So snake people are Japanese ish. Yeah, totally. Didn't realize they're, yeah, they're really like even to be honest, even the Deratonians are more advanced than the humans. There's only one race that you might encounter in the Drone Commander one, if I can get it in, that are more primitive. But I haven't started drawing their characters, but I've fleshed them out. So hopefully I'll get them in. If not, I'll be in Drone Commander 2. Okay, so the way that you do this, right, is like, so the novel runner just draws the image. So I'd either have to, so I've got option one, update novel runner with camera, or the easier one, option two, do the drawing of BG and character here. I should just do the drawing of BG here, which I probably will do. So I'll via method, and then what I'll do is character. So when this is done, so when this is triggered, so it's time to move the camera, move cam. What will happen is the characters, I need to think about this. Yeah, so both characters, you just basically shift both characters' X positions in the same way, at the same rate you shift the background. So we can go and test that out now. I mean, no, really, well, maybe really. It's a bit late. I could pull it off. Do I really want to though? It's a bit late. Could pull it off just to show it. Let me think. Right. Okay, speed coding time. Let's show off some skills. Okay. I need to draw both of them though. That's gonna be tricky because it's done. Nah, it won't get done that fast because I'll need to update the method. That's a shame. Is there an easier way I can do it though? No, it isn't. Because I need to do dual cat. Okay, nah, that's going to take longer than 5 minutes because I'll need to think about how I want to draw the second character because there are animations and stuff. Okay. I know what to do though. It's just it'll take longer. it would have been fun, but what the issue is to do with this this here. This there's only one novel runner which runs the background. Or is there? I'm really pushing it now if I was to do. My ego kind of wants me to prove that I can do it in 5 minutes, but I think I probably could simply by just duplicating Novel Runner. But is it really worth it to just do it just for the sake of showing it on a stream? Like, look at me, I'm so great, I can do it. Yeah, it would just be here. Hmm. Try to figure out where the hell Novel Runner's getting initialized. None. Base at the bottom. I'll find it anyway, just wrap up. I'm very curious where the hell it is initialized. Here it is, but that's not, but that's FMVC, no. Yeah, but that's it there. No, okay, that's fine. So I could just duplicate it, but I'm not gonna. Are you okay, baby, to get? You sure? Okay, guys, I'm gonna wrap up now anyway. It's getting a bit late. I realise it's like 12. Really, thanks everyone for a really big thanks for everyone for watching this, and you got to see Cynthia. Like when I release it, please do take time. Yeah, sorry guys, I was gonna go speed run it, but I thought nah, I better not, just because I'd end up just ruining it. But yeah, and also wee man's about to wake up. So yeah, I mean, you've got to see Cynthia there. Please do, when I release the video, do watch it again because there'll be more content, more. I'll have a lot more changes. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys for hanging on, watching that. Um, yeah, sorry, I was really gonna just speed run it there. But what I would do to just so you know, like for those interested, this bit here, I just double this, right? And I use that for another character. So I would use that for Vess, and then I'd run both of them at the same time. And then to move the camera, I just shift the X value by a certain amount. So I'd move like the background and the characters at the same time, so it just looked like they're doing that. Maybe something for tomorrow. We'll see. Um, I'm really, yeah, honestly, I'm so grateful that you guys sit and watch me mess about. It's really great. It's really heartwarming. You guys, I'm sure you've got tons of better stuff to do than watch me mess about, but so it means a lot. I'll share more content tomorrow. I've got a ton of content.